Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys ACGHK figure preview video. Before we begin, I want to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for coming out with me in person to the convention and snapping these awesome high-res pictures as well as these intro videos. Show Ryan some love in the comments below because without him, this series literally wouldn't be possible. If you are looking to pre-order your very own copy of Ladypool, when she goes up for pre-order, I will pop a link to Pop Collectibles in the description below. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. I've also included the discount code Justin's Collection for 5% off your order if you do decide to buy from them. There may be some mild spoilers throughout the course of this preview video, so if you don't want to know anything about Deadpool and Wolverine if you've not seen it, now's your time to tune out. If you're still here, let's fucking go. Ladypool looks awesome, and she was of course played by Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' IRL wife, so having the duo together in the collection, cannot wait to get that done. Did she have enough screen time to warrant being made into a 1/6 scale figure? Absolutely not. Am I mad that they decided to make her in the end? No. She's coming home. She's going to look brilliant next to baby Deadpool and Dogpool and Wade from Deadpool 3. She comes with a full array of hands, and the gestures are extremely expressive. We've got these flat palm hands and the two-finger point, and even what looks like a thwipping finger hand, maybe? Is that a reference to the scene where Wade and Logan are in the car and Deadpool's doing the thwipping? Potentially. If that's the case, I'm here for it. There's some sculpted detail for the raised knuckles. We also have some stitching for the cuffs, so they'll sit over the wrist pegs. You're not going to be able to see those wrist pegs thanks to that. There's plenty of texture to mimic the sort of dot pattern of the fabric for the outfit. Oh, and look at the wrinkling. It genuinely looks like these could be made out of fabric, if only it wasn't for that signature PVC sheen that Hot Toys hands always have. When light hits them, you can tell immediately that these things are made of plastic. If only they used a matte spray, just a dull coat over the top to knock that shine down, they would be more believable. Ladypool comes with a full array of eyes, various different expressions, and you can mix and match. So if you want to have her winking at Wade before she's about to kick his ass because it's Uzi time, then absolutely you can get that done. It looks like there's some subtle weathering on the high spots for the eyes, nothing crazy, there's just a little bit on the surface. So we did get Dogpool with Deadpool, but I've seen a few people saying, well, Deadpool didn't come with an unmasked head sculpt, so that's that. I'm not getting Deadpool, I'm sticking with my version from the second movie. But now you can still have Dogpool because it's the same exact one included here with Ladypool. Oh, and the front arms of Mary Poppins are on ball joints, so you can move them around a little. The back legs are fixed. Did I just call them arms? I'm so sorry. The front legs are on ball joints, the back ones are fixed. The base for Ladypool is extremely straightforward. We've got a bullseye logo up top with some claw marks through it, and a sigh. I think we all know who that belongs to. There's a translucent lip around the edge, so light does pass through it, and the nameplate simply says Ladypool. The boots are a split-cut boot design. Yes, I usually love split-cut boots, but now that they've been experimenting with that rubbery material that feels durable but is flexible enough to allow the joint to move freely underneath it, I think we can do away with split-cut boots because that seam was only necessary when they couldn't make the boots flexible enough for dynamic posing. Now that they can, just get rid of the seam. The cut isn't necessary anymore, use the rubbery plastic material. The texture for the boots do match the knee pads, so I assume the two pieces are made of the exact same stuff. As for the outfit, is it going to be durable? I don't know. It looks like screen printed fabric. I was right up close to the glass at the convention, and I was moving my light around trying to see how it bounced off the surface of the fabric to maybe get an idea of what the suit is made of. I couldn't quite tell. I asked the staff, and yeah, they didn't want to tell me either. So we'll just say for now, it looks like the same fabric that Deadpool's suit is made of. There's some raised panel line work on the surface. There's this dot, almost basketball like texture to it. And there's a little bit of airbrush shading. Not a ton, just enough to make a difference and simulate some shadows on the surface of the suit. I wonder how the Uzis attach to those flat panels for holsters. Probably magnets, I would imagine. My guess is either magnets or some kind of bespoke clip mechanism. Her belt is not pleather, it's sculpted plastic, including the pouches. So that means there's no pleather on this entire piece, and thank you, Hot Toys, because I absolutely loathe this stuff. Using PVC for the belt, great choice. I think if they also nail the material choice for the suit, this is going to be a relatively durable figure. They haven't even used pleather for the black sections of the fabric suit, unlike what they did with the earlier versions of Deadpool. The collar area is quite interesting. It's almost like there's another layer of the suit underneath that V-necked collar. The shoulder pads are separate pieces that have been adhered to the suit. I hope they don't peel off. If they're attached with Velcro, then even better because you can just pop them straight back on. And the sheaths on the back of her look like they're using the same mechanism as regular old Deadpool's, which means they attach with magnets. Those straps on her bicep may impact the elbow bend because the bottom one is sitting right near the elbow joint, and when you bend the arm to the max, that will collide with her forearm. Speaking of the forearm, we've got a metallic red gauntlet, and I'm not sure if that actually works with the matte and textured look of everything else. Having a random shiny metallic red gauntlet, not my vibe. I may see about removing that when this figure eventually releases. The Uzis are quite small, but that looks about right scale-wise to fit in her hand, so maybe they were bespoke Uzis specifically designed for Ladypool in the movie. And there's a gap around the magazine, so it looks like the magazines will be removable. The question is that wool hair, or is it the synthetic stuff they used to use? No idea. They didn't tell me. I asked. They just said, I don't know. The eyes, you can see the gap around them, so they do have some work to do in terms of tolerances to get them to sit in the mask a little bit more flush. One thing aside from the metallic gauntlets that I didn't dig on screen for Lady Deadpool was the way her mask looked. Normal Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds uses a face shell underneath the mask to give him that proper Deadpool looking face and not have his nose poking through the fabric. But maybe Blake didn't want to use one because you can see how the fabric is being pulled around her nose and it comes across as though the mask doesn't fit her properly. This is accurate to how she looked in the movie, it's just the movie look that I'm not a fan of. At the end of this, I cannot wait to get Ladypool. Yes, there are a couple of things that I would like to see tweaked. Even if they don't do that, I'm all in on this figure and pretty much anything else they announced from this movie. I freaking loved it. Now, if she does go up for pre-order, I will pop a link to Pop Collectibles in the description below, along with the discount code Justin's Collection, for 5% off your order if you do decide to buy from them. As always, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable before buying. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.